Good evening, all dear participants. We are all.
Sir, you're mute.
Sorry. Good evening, all dear participants. Today, we are again back with another wonderful session. We all know that Panchayatandra Plan is organizing so many webinars, free webinars, paid webinars, and we are conducting a lot of different types of programs for the betterment of students, parents, and teachers. Today, we came up with another wonderful session. Today, we have with us a great educationist, Labib sir. I would like to invite Manchuma, one of the directors of Panchayatandra Planet, to deliver welcome speech today. And I would like to all the participants to be very interactive in this session. This session is a very relevant session based on the school context. And moreover, schools are going to be reopened immediately. In Tamil Nadu, already a part of school has been reopened, especially higher classes. And when it comes to Kerala, schools are going to be reopened in most of the states. So this is the right time to know about emotional well-being of schools and all aspects of schooling. That is, we should aware about that. The purpose behind this program is that, for that, I just invite our respected director, one of the directors of Panchayatandra Planet, Manchu ma'am. She is a school owner and correspondent of MM Vidya Kendra. She is also managing all these issues in her school right now. So I would like to please join us. Manchu ma'am, I hope that you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Sir, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Good evening, one and all who are the participants as well as the guests and our dear directors of Panchayatandra Planet. A warm welcome once again to this Panchayatandra Planet. And it's my duty that I should welcome today one and all here. And with pleasure and gratitude, I'm in this planet, which is giving entire training sessions for the talented teachers, principals, as well as other mentors, etc., etc. The thing is that the technical skills are developed by this Panchayatandra Planet, and we bring many of the resource persons here to give the training session. So on behalf of Panchayatandra Planet, I welcome our guest today, who is dealing with the well-being in the classroom. That is, today's objective is enabling the teachers aware about the psychosocial needs of the children, as well as enabling the teachers to convert their strategies for supporting the children in social emotional development. As on today, the social development as well as the socio-emotional development of the child is very low. So that is very important, and which the teachers can help in the students to overcome the problems of social development as well as socio-emotional development, etc. So I welcome our guest who is also a psychologist, consultant psychologist, director of Edu and Edleam Inspiring Education to our platform. And Mr. Labib, sir, welcome on the platform. It's with pleasure that I welcome all the directors to this platform who is at the back of this to give tremendous training for the teachers. We haven't slept at all. I can tell you that all these days, the directors are behind the teachers to train them in a better manner in online. So to enable the teachers to bring up their skills through online as well as offline, they make a tremendous work behind. So we are going to start a school by this November 1st week, and everybody is equipping themselves. And now it is the time for us to make us develop ourselves, to make our children socially, emotionally adjusted. So now it is the teachers have to make it once again, and all the participants who are here will be getting into all these knowledge, whatever he is providing us. So those tips will be helping us in many ways to adjust in the classroom, because after 1.5 hours they are coming to the school, and when they come here there will be many sort of problems to be adjusted for the students, because they were sitting very lavishly at home and hearing to the online platforms of the teachers in the school. So definitely there will be some sort of problems in the beginning, and that will be enhanced. That is, our guest will be giving us ideas about how to solve these problems. So I think, sir, you will be able to give us very strong points on this topic. So I welcome all the directors as well as the participants to the platform. And also I request all the participants to ask your doubts or clear your doubts, and let the session be very active, and it will be a successful one. So I welcome once again all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe,
Shall
sir.
Shall I start? Okay. Sir, I think my sound is audible, right?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening for all. And I'm very much excited and delighted to speak and spend some more time with you people. And I always enjoy like this learning platform. And moreover, in this occasion, I would like to appreciate specifically the Panchatantra team for their initiation to arrange such a platform for learn, unlearn, and relearn for the empowerment of the teachers. It's very great. Okay. First of all, from my bottom of heart, I'm appreciating them. Okay. Anyway, we have a very small session here today. So anyway, I'm moving to our topic. Topic is well-being in classroom. And first of all, let me introduce myself in few words. Myself, Labib, like Binu sir mentioned, and I'm a consultant psychologist. Last 8 years, I was working with an educational institute as the department head of emotional intelligence. You may have heard about that EQ, the word of EQ. So that's all about me. Like Manjuma mentioned, you have to ask your doubts, and if you need any further clarity, you have to ask without any hesitations. That is, I'm expecting that a lot. Okay, that then only our session will be complete. Okay, fine. So I'm moving to our topic. Let me share my slide. Hope you can see my slide, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Can you see this in full screen or off screen? How do you see this?
It's actually, there are a lot of, yeah. Well,
Now it's fine, right? Fine. So, well-being in classrooms. How can we ensure the well-being of our students in our classroom? That is our topic. And also we are going to mention about the psychosocial needs. It's very relevant. Okay. As we all know, we are teachers. We know that there are different type of learners in our classrooms. Okay. Unique and different. And we know that sometimes our strategies are becoming flop, maybe due to a single person. If there is a 25 children and we are planned enough, we are prepared enough, but sometimes our strategies and our plannings are not going or not doing well with that single person. Maybe related to some issues, especially today we can relate that with some sort of behavioral issues. Okay. So we are going to discuss why such behaviors are repeated in classrooms, or why such behaviors are coming into the children's life. Okay, so we have to discuss the root rather than symptoms. We have to rather than the symptoms, we have to know the disease, the factor of the disease, or the reason of the disease. Okay, so we are not going to treat the symptoms. We are going to address the disease with exploring its roots. Okay. And first of all, as you know, these are some of the most common challenges in our classrooms. Okay. There are some attention seekers, or we can say that hyperactive people. Okay, they will create some problems, or they may grab the attention of the other learners while we are doing something, or we are going with our plans. They may distract us. Also, they distract the other participants. And of course, there will be some introvert people. They're feeling fear, or they're feeling shame to explore their ideas, convey their concerns, and they are just inhibit all their potentials and all their skills. Okay, inside them. So there are such children, and some are there absent-minded. There will be some in another world while we are discussing some in our classroom about something. There will be some other place in their own way. So they will be absent-minded and they cannot follow us on time. And another category is, as you know, there will be some resistant and disobedient. Okay, whatever instructions we are providing, they like to resist it, or they are not obeying it properly. They will just they may neglect you. They may ignore you, your words, your instructions. They may ignore. There are like such people. And another category, of course, there are some lazy and passive. They are not introvert, but they are not feeling interest to participate with anything. Okay, they just want to be free. They just want to be their own way, and they are not ready to take more energy for anything. They are not ready to take initiative. Okay, they are just comfortable. They like to be in comfortable area. They would like to spend their time in their comfortable zone. Such people are also there. So, in my point of view, I think these are the most common challenges of a teacher in classrooms. Okay, all these issues are making a lot of difficult, and sometimes consuming a lot of energy of a teacher to manage all these type of learners. Okay, like I told you, today we are going to discuss why these behaviors are coming, or why these behaviors are there in children's life. Okay, what is the root of all these behaviors? Okay, we are going to discuss a part. There are many other reasons also, but we are going to discuss some major parts, or according to their developmental stages. We have to know something. Then I think some of our actions, some of our involvement can reduce such behaviors. Okay, that is why today we gathered here. So let us go to that. Okay, anyway, I request you to please answer for this question. Now we discussed about the most common challenges. We already of course, you all people are experiencing it in the classrooms. What are the usual methods to manage all these? What we are doing? You can unmute yourself or you can use your chat box. Please answer. What are the usual methods we are using to manage all such problems? No replies? I'm expecting your replies. How do we manage? No. Teachers send them out of the class. Okay, it's a common method. Anything else? Involve them in activities. Stop the children giving more attention. Stop the children to speak unless we end the topic. We restrict their freedom, and maybe we can engage them in activities by giving some responsibilities, different tasks and approach to address. Give them more responsibilities. Good, wonderful. Create innovative ideas. We have to be aware that these type of present and it is normal. Know the reason. Tell them the values and responsibilities. Good. Wonderful. Nice replace. Open conversations. Good. Engage with more responsibilities. Okay, fine. Accept them as they are. Good, good. Anyway, give them space to express their ideas as well as their emotions. Yes, right. Instead of answering to them, ask new questions. Guidance. Wonderful. I'm very happy that teachers are very inspired. Okay, they are more than inspired. They are highly empathetical. Giving me a chance to explain the concept. We personally have to get involved in them. Need to know what they want and support. Gains related to the topic. Wonderful. Anyway, I get a lot of very good replies. I'm just stopping that discussion here because we have very limited time. Sorry for that. Okay. Fine. Anyway, wonderful answers. Like most of you mentioned that thing. Okay, we have to give a space to them to explore their emotions and their words. We have to be patient to listen them properly, and we have to engage them with responsibilities. We have to give them a space to our groups, and we have to accept them the way as they are. Okay, so like that, many very good replies. Okay, yes, of course. While we are implementing all these things, maybe our children can understand that, and moreover, if they value you, if your children are valuing you, your emotions, they may try to restrict their behavior. Okay, in a classroom, with love, with kind words, if you are conveying your emotions and you are giving the right guidance, of course they will try to control themselves. But we know that in some cases, even though they are trying to control themselves, sometimes they can. Okay, again it's repeating. That behavior is repeating later. Okay, and sometimes we are also losing our patience. Of course, if you are repeatedly conveying that to the children about this particular behavior, and again it is repeating, sometimes it's quite natural. We are human beings. We may make such mistakes. Okay, it's happening sometimes. Okay, that is why I told you today we are going to know why such behaviors are happening or why such behaviors are coming. Okay, if we know the reasons, if we know the backup or the background details, or that what you can say, the behind the curtain, there are something happening. So if we know that what is happening behind the curtain, let us be empathetical, or we can increase our empathetical action towards our children. Okay, then we can start some more very good strategies to manage all this behavior, and also we can make them secure and comfortable with us, and gradually we can make a change in their behavior. Okay, as we know that, and human behavior is developing through repeated process. Whatever, whether it is a good behavior or bad behavior, as you know that the repeated process or the frequent involvement or frequent what we can say that rehearsal is creating a habit or a behavior. Okay, if you want to change a behavior, you have to do the same process. You have to give frequent actions. You have to frequent exposure to change, or rehearsal to change that particular behavior. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so here we are going to discuss what are the needs. Okay, what make them irritated, something happening inside their mind, that is why they are irritated. Okay, they are irritated, they are losing their control over their behavior or their self. Okay, so what is irritating them, or what is making them disturbed to do all these things? That is the point of discussion. We have to be very serious. Okay, so maybe you are aware about all these stages. It's called stages of psychosocial development by Erik Erikson. He's a famous psychologist, and he mentioned around 8 stages in the lifespan of a human being. It starts from infancy and end with maturity. Okay, that is the stages. You can see here: infancy, early childhood, preschool, school age, adolescence, young adulthood, middle adulthood, and maturity. Today, we are going to discuss up to adolescence. As you know, in this category, the school children are coming. Maybe you may surprise why we are talking about infancy. It's not in our control, or it's not in the areas of our school time. But to know about a person, to know about our children, we have to understand from where they came, or what happened in their early childhood, in the earlier life of their in their environment, or in the previous life. So that is why we are beginning with the infancy, and we are discussing up to adolescence. Okay, let's move. Okay, this is the first stage, infancy, and you can see there Erik Erikson, he mentioned this stage as trust versus mistrust. Two things may happen in this stage: whether the child will trust their primary caretakers, or the child may mistrust their primary caretakers. Before that, before explaining this stage, let me ask you, I'm requesting you to just try to imagine one sudden day, after a sleep, you wake up, but you surprised that you are in another planet, not in Earth. Okay. When you wake up, you are not in Earth. In the night, you slept in on your bed, but when you wake up, you are in another planet. No one is there. You are alone. You are not familiar with that situation. What are the challenges are there? What are the problems are there? You don't know whether you will get the primary needs of you. That means food, shelter, and all the things. You don't have any ideas. Everything is very strange and not familiar to you. What will be your feeling? What will be our feeling? Of course, we may be very panicked. We may be very disturbed, fearful. There are a lot of such confusing emotions and disturbing emotions for us. The same feeling may have a child on who is coming to this earth after the delivery of a mother. That child is coming to this earth. The same feeling a child may have is totally strange about this particular area or this particular environment. Nothing is not familiar. It's totally strange, feeling strange. There is feeling a kind of insecurity. In the case of infancy, Erik Erikson mentioned that a new baby, okay, is feeling insecurity here and is trying to find a secure feeling from the primary caretakers. So the infancy stage is leading from 0 months to 18 months. That means 1.5 year old. Okay. So the child is uncertain about the world. They don't know what is going to happen the next moment. Okay. They are listening the very disturbing voices. They are feeling very cold sometimes. Sometimes they are feeling very much hotness. Okay. Sometimes they are feeling too much hungry. There are a lot of discomfort than before. So they are very much fearful. They are seeking that security feeling. So they are expecting a consistent and predictable care, reliable care from their primary caretakers. So if they are not getting that properly, they are expecting a lot. That is their primary need. Their one of their emotional need on this time. Okay, you can see that in that image. Will someone come? A child is crying and he is thinking that will someone come? If yes, I can trust them. If no, there are a mistrust. I'm doubtful about the love or the care or the attachment, what I'm going to get here. Who is going to make me secure here? Who is going to make me safe here? I'm not sure. I'm not feeling well about that. So such things may create a fear in the earlier life of a child. Okay. If the child is not getting secure attachment or that reliable, predictable, and consistent attachment from the primary caretakers, the child is going to get a fear from the early child life itself. Or if the child is getting all these care properly, consistent, predictable, and reliable care is receiving from the primary caretakers, he may have a feeling of hope, a trust with hope. I can trust them. I know that there are few people or there are people can care me, protect me, and make me safe. And I have a hope they will protect me in the future life also, in the coming days also. If I don't know what is going to happen the next moment, but I'm sure these people will support me. These people will protect me. And Erik Erikson mentioned one more thing, that an infant child can read the micro emotions of the primary caretakers. Okay, even maybe we adults cannot read the micro emotions of a person, but a child can read the micro emotions of his or her primary caretakers, because they have only one communication medium, that is the emotions. They are communicating through the emotions, so they will be very much conscious about the emotions of a person. Okay, through the touch, through the facial expressions, through the tone of our sound, they are reading, they are ensuring that care, the love, and that attachment. Okay, maybe we may have a fluctuated emotions. Okay, I know that you may, all of you may teachers, but also you are a parent. Okay, okay. From a parent mind, if you think, you can understand it very clearly. So, what we can do in this stage? We have to express frequently. We have to express our love physically. We are doing that. Okay, we are doing that always. All the mothers, all the fathers are doing it properly. Even though we have to ensure that we are giving enough love to our infant, we are expressing it physically by hugging them, by touching them, by kissing them, by like pampering them with our hands. Everything we are making properly. We have to ensure that, and take care of our facial expressions, tone, gestures, body language, and everything. Okay. I can tell you an example. Suppose the mothers know. Sometimes we are feeling a lot of struggle to make them sleep. In the case of infants, they may take more time than a normal child. Okay. Sometimes something is making them discomfort, maybe pain, maybe hunger, whatever it is. Okay. So they may take. We need to take a lot of energy to make them sleep. Okay. Just imagine you, by taking a lot of effort, by taking a lot of energy, you make them sleep, and you just move your another task. Okay, you may have many tasks to complete in your home. So you just move to your another task. Suddenly you heard the child is crying. Okay, your baby is crying, the infant is crying. Something is making discomfort him. Something disturbing him. That is why he wake up, and he feeling fear because he is not feeling familiar with this world. Still is feeling fear. I don't know. Many disappointments will be there. Many discomfort will be there. So he's seeking that support. We need to ensure that I'm safe here. Something is disturbed me, and I want to ensure I'm safe here. And my mother is going to test me. My mother is going to take me from this place. Okay. So the child is for that assurance, the child is crying. But think about our emotion. Okay, we take a lot of effort and we just move to we just started our another job. Again, we are thinking that, oh, I need to take all these. Again, I have to spend a lot of time with my baby. So maybe we may have that such kind of emotion, right? Even that micro emotions can read by our infant. Okay, so that's why I mentioned that. Of course, obviously, many situations like this may happen in our life, but we have to balance it. Okay, we have to very careful what kind of message we are giving to our child more, whether we are giving negative emotion to our infant in the earlier life, or we are balancing it, or we are giving a lot of positive emotions, or we are making them confident, or making my or infant to confident that I'm here to support you. I have enough care and love, reliable, consistent care for you. Okay, by giving our touch, by giving our by providing nice sound, by giving our nice gestures, if we are ensuring that no issues. Otherwise, it may create some problem. Like I told you in the beginning, there is a feeling of mistrust. They may feeling fear. Okay, they cannot keep a trust on you. Means they cannot keep a trust on their parents. Always they will be fearful. Okay, this feeling it will go with their further stages. Okay. Okay. After infancy, the next stage is early childhood. Okay. According to Eric Erikson, it is the time of autonomy versus strain or doubt or doubt. Okay. So early childhood, if you know that most of you are mothers, okay, and fathers, you know you have already experienced from 18 months to 3 years that early childhood life is going. There you can see that the child needs a lot of autonomy feeling. They need some sort of independent approach from us. Okay, the earlier life they observe us a lot. They learn something how the other peoples are doing, so they also want to be independent and doing something in an autonomy way. So they will start to do something by themselves. Okay, physical skills. They will start to like uh, holding their uh, food pot alone by their hand, or taking their shirt or putting their shirt by alone, like that picture shows, or putting their shoes by themselves. Okay, you can see a lot of mistakes in their actions, but even though they are trying to do something, okay, they want to prove that I'm also capable to do something. Okay, because from my observations I understood that people are doing like this, so I also want to make myself. Okay, they are not doing it to show to someone. Okay, they want to make themselves confident that I can also do such like this, and I am also a independent human being. Okay, and they may have making choices. I want this, I like this, I need that. Okay, or even though they are not pronouncing it properly, they may have show some actions. Okay, for their food, they may show resistance for some sort of food, and they may show no acceptance for some sort of food, like that toys towards the toys also. And they may walk away from the parent. That means they may in our presence itself, they may just take some steps away from us. Okay, through that they are proving that okay, I can able to walk alone. Okay, I can go alone. Okay, so they are trying to do something by themselves and to prove themselves that I'm capable to do many things. Okay, by providing enough opportunity for these feelings, for these autonomy feelings, they will be very confident. Such children will be very confident. They may have very good self-esteem. They have a very good feeling about themselves. They are feeling happy and satisfied about themselves. They will be very pleasant always in their life, and they will be very brave people. Okay, they are ready to take challenges. They are ready to face the problems in the life. Okay, because they know that they already make them convinced that I'm also can do something through the effort. I can do something better way. So they get a earlier life experience like that. So that those experience will make them confident and brave in the future life. If people or parents are restricting this autonomy feeling, their independent feeling or need of the child. If a child is trying to do something alone by themselves, if we are restricting that, it may create a shame and a doubt in children. Such children may always will be very fearful. They may have very poor self-esteem. They are not feeling good about themselves. Okay, they are thinking that I'm not good enough. Okay, I cannot perform like that. Okay, that person is better than me. Not I'm not like that person, and I need the support of my parents always. I need the support of my teacher always. I cannot do anything alone. If I do something, there will be some mistakes and somebody is going to criticize me. Okay. So such negative thoughts they may have, and they always feeling shame and doubtful about themselves. Uh, I can give you a very good examples about this where or when we are restricting them from this need. Okay, when the child is trying to do something by themselves. For example, we are going to participate in a party, a family party. We are very much hurry. We don't have enough time to. We are already late. At that time, our child is trying to put the shoes by themselves. Okay. And with that hurry, we may tell that no, we don't have time. Just don't simply waste the time. Okay, if you do that, if you do if you put the shoe by yourself, you may make mistakes. You may make it ulta. Okay, right in the left leg and the left shoe in the right leg. Like that, many mistakes you may make. So I will help you. So it's a very simple example for our understanding. Okay, so like this, some maybe we are not aware about all these things. We are not focused. We are not conscious about all these things. But such approaches, such restricted approaches for their autonomy will make them shameful and doubtful about themselves. That will reduce their confidence, reduce their braveness or that uh, positive self-esteem and everything. Okay, so we have to take care about that. What we can do? Wait, when our child is doing something by themselves, we have to wait, and we know that they are going to make mistakes. Okay, but we have to be very patient and we have to wait until they ask assistance. Mama, I cannot do this. Why? Okay, can you help me? Or why I cannot put my shoes by myself? Okay, so we can guide them how to make it possible. Okay, so that with such kind of support will make them confident. Feelings may make them create a positive self-image, and also provide enough appreciation and engagement in the eyes of us. We maybe that things what our child is doing may be very simple, very silly things, but for them it's a very great things. So even your word, a good boy or a good girl, or you just clap, something is such actions are giving a lot of appreciation and encouragement, and also a lot of self satisfaction for that particular child, or at least a tap on their back. It's giving a lot of pleasure for them. So we have to focus on that to improve our child's self-esteem in the earlier life. Constant fail. At the same time, we have to focus the constant failure of our child. Okay, they should not fail always. Okay, if they are trying and failing always, it may create a bad negative image, bad negative emotion in themselves. That also we have to be take care. And also, this is the time of toilet training. With the right guidance, we can guide them properly, because already they are trying to do something by themselves. So this is the right time to give the toilet training. Okay. Maybe they may have some accidents and failures at that time. Instead of criticizing them blindly, we have to provide the information why they have failed, why these accidents have happened. Okay, like that, we have to provide the guidance. Now we are moving to the next part. This is the preschool time. This is the age we teachers are beginning our role. Okay, so this is very crucial for us. So the last two stages is for our building background. Okay, from where our children are coming. Okay, maybe now you may get an idea, or you may make a very good understanding about why our children are less confident, why our children are very fearful to participate in something, why my children is always dependent on me. Okay, why my children is always passive. Okay, you may get some idea from the last two stages. Again, preschool stage, Eric Erickson mentioned, it's also the continuation of the last stage. Here also the child is trying to initiate something. Okay, from the autonomy feeling, he's trying to get some confidence. Again, he's trying to do something more. Okay, or trying to experiment something. Okay, so whether the child will be very highly initiative, or the child will be very guilt. Okay, always carrying a negative self-image by feeling guilty, or else the child may have very good confidence. With that confidence, the child will do something, some actions more. Okay, this is the time age of 4 to 6 years, and this is the time of live and rapid development of our child. Okay, and you can see those children are creating some sort of games. Okay, rather than that prescribed way of play or games, they start to bring their initiative to prepare some sort of game. They may model their teachers, they may model their parents, or their own, with their own restrictions, their own rules, their own boundaries. They are developing some sort of games and plays, and also they are trying to start their social interaction. Okay, the last two stage, they are most of the time they are with their family, but from this stage onwards, their social connection is going to expand because they are in school. Okay, they are mingling with different people, unique people. Okay, so they are expanding their social interactions. So they will be very much excited to explore themselves more, to do something more, and to prove themselves that I'm confident, or I can do something, I'm capable. Okay, they are very much excited, so that such bigger actions, such impulsive actions, or such fidget character may create a feeling in parents and teachers that they are very much aggressive and very much impulsive. Okay, okay, they are not being, we are saying that they are very jumping to something. Okay, they are not thinking about the reasons and the issues. They are just involving in everything without any second thought. Okay, so we may see that they are very much aggressive, and their interpersonal skills through initiating activities by participating with the other children. They are doing something, and they are proving that I can mingle with this. You can see that in the KG, in the kindergarten, children are selecting their friends. Maybe they have some options for that, even though they are trying to get connection with people, and maybe because of some taste, same locations, and same color, like that. Many choices they may have, and they are trying to create their interpersonal skills. And like I told you, they plan activities and games, and the success, if they are getting proper encouragement and guidance for their initiative skills. You can see that photo. They are trying to do something by themselves. Okay, they may hold the glass. They may help you to clean the wash the plates in the kitchen, and they may try to help to wash your car. Like that, many they may no clean their room. Like that, many things they will try to initiate. So the proper support of the parents and the teachers make them to initiate more activities. They will be brave to do something more, make better decisions. They can take better decisions in future life, and they will be feel secure about themselves. Moreover, they will feel very much confident about their abilities, and they may have very good leadership skills, and they also will be very curious, and they have a very research mind because they will always ask questions. We know that. Okay. The teachers and parents, we know that they will also, whenever we are traveling, they will they may have a lot of whys. Okay, why it's happening? Why like this? Why this is like this? Okay, like that. Why many whys? We know that. Okay, so if we are very patiently, if we are replying for all these things, they will create a mind of purpose. Okay, so whatever they are doing, they will think about why I'm doing this. Okay, they will aware about the purpose for what I'm doing this, for what I'm studying, for what I'm doing this, for what I should help that person. They will know the purpose. They will be aware about the purpose. Or else, if we are not supporting this initiative skill or initiative need, that failure will lead to they will be very slow to interact with others. They will inhibit themselves. Okay, they will be very isolated. They are not feeling confident about themselves. They will be very disturbed. Okay, they will be very anxious about themselves inside their mind, and they may have very poor self-esteem and self-confidence, inferiority complex. Okay. Inferiority complex may lead to harm other children. Sometimes there will be very much jealousy towards other children. You can see in classroom. Okay, some such children are there. They will be very much aggressive towards other children because they are feeling that I'm not capable of in anything. Okay, but they are. Okay, so they are taking the recognition. What I am. What what really I need to get. So I don't want to tolerate that. Okay, so they may feel a hatred attitude towards the children. So otherwise, they will be very much sad and depressed about themselves. Okay, they don't want to explore themselves or exhibit themselves in front of other people. Okay, and of course, such people will be sometimes absent-minded. They always will be very much thoughtful about themselves. Why I'm like this? Why I'm not like them? Like that, they may have very much disturbing thoughts always in their mind. What we can do? We have to give. We know that all the behaviors, all the actions we cannot accept and we cannot permit, but we can give options. We can give healthy options to our children. If our children are trying to do something, we know that there's a threat behind that. We can give better options to them and let them initiate it, let them go with that options. And instead of restricting them, give options to them. And avoid negative criticism. Instead of criticizing their failure, their inability, their weaknesses, just give a positive criticism by showing the way. Okay, why it's happened, why this failure happened, why this accident happened, why this trouble happened. Okay, next time what we have to do. So that right and clear guidance may help them to confident more and to initiate more activities in future and provide enough opportunities. We should not restrict them. Also, we have to find out more opportunities and provide more opportunities to our children. And moreover, it's very important. We have to be a control over our emotions. Okay, we should be very patient in this stage. That's why we should be very careful about our children's emotional needs. If our emotions are restricting them too much, it may create big impact in our children's mind and behavior. Can provide sometimes some of their behavior we cannot accept and cannot tolerate. So some guilty feeling is necessary in certain times. Like I told you, with the consequences. What are the consequences? What are the issues are going to happen because of this. We have to clearly mention, we have to make them understood about that. Then it will be fine to provide some guilty feeling to them. In classrooms, that's why here I just make this step little more specifically for helping you. In classroom, what are the things we have to do and what are the things we don't want to do, okay, to support this particular emotional, psychosocial need or emotional need. Okay. The do's, you can delegate the responsibility since they are trying to initiate by, action, so they enjoy the initiation or that autonomy feeling. So you can delegate the responsibilities in the classroom according to your way, your classroom nature. You can delegate different response. They are actually expecting it, and they are very much interested towards that to take a responsibility and to mingle with that, to go along with that responsibility. They are really very happy with that. So you can delegate the responsibility, and also you can exhibit them a progress chart. By providing the responsibilities, you can exhibit a chart in the classroom by cleaning group or that neatness group. Okay, they are progress in this month. Okay, or that leadership club, their progress in this month. Then the nature club, the progress in this month. Okay, that will make them more motivated and feeling satisfied about their actions and their initiation. And also the appreciation flashcards. In between, you can use the appreciation flashcard for the better comments, for the better ideas, for the better actions. For those following your rules and instructions properly, you can use different appreciation flashcards. And also honoring name boards. Okay, the best student or the man of the class or the queen of the class or the master of the class. Okay, so such name boards you can use to appreciate them for their actions. And also in your communication, in your interaction with your children, if there is a 25 or 30 students, you should focus and should observe their uniqueness. Okay. And also in your conversation, in your normal and formal communication and interaction, you have to highlight their uniquenesses. Why Rahul is unique? Why Savita is unique? Why Ramu is unique? We have in our communication indirectly we have to address their uniquenesses. So that it also creating a confidence. It also making them happy about themselves. Okay, they know that there is differences. I cannot be like that person, but I can be myself. I'm very proudful about myself. And the don't, what we can stop or what we can reduce in our classroom. Avoid public criticism and corrections. Okay, rather than just making a child stand up or sending a child out of the class, we have to reduce. It's hurting the child, or in front of everyone, we are insulting that particular personality. So we have to control that. And highlighting personal weaknesses. Rahul, I told you cannot do that. Okay. Savita, I told you if you are doing that, you will make mistakes. It's such comments we can reduce in the public. Okay, we don't want to highlight their personal weaknesses. All these we have to convey this. Everything we have to convey. For that, we have to use personal spaces. Okay, you and that particular child, you can communicate them very personally to convey all these things. And avoid prejudice actions. Maybe some children are make a lot of mistakes in the earlier time. With that prejudiced mind, we should not give responsibilities to them. We have to experiment. Okay, we have to give more chances. We have to give more options to the children to prove themselves. Okay, so we should not categorize based on our prejudiced mind. We have to be very open to everyone. And the next stage is school age. The age duration is 5 to 12 years. Some other way we can say that it's the beginning of the adolescent time. Erik Erikson mentioned this time as industry versus inferiority. That word itself you will get a message that what is industry and what is inferiority. They are trying to develop their social relationship. It's more broader and wider. Okay, so they will be very much involved in their school skills, especially in their personal skills, and their social words, like I told you, expands. And the most important people in their life will be their teachers and friends. Why these people are very much important means they are expecting more recognitions and consideration from these two groups, from their teachers and from their friends. So we teachers have a very important role in this stage, in this particular stage. We can say that from 1 to 5 or 6, 1 to 7 uh, grades that those children are coming. So 5 to 12-year old. Okay. So they are always expecting some sort of recognition from the teacher and from the friends. Through that, by getting that recognition, they're trying to create a self-image. Okay. If they want to stand in front of a person, they need some sort of approval through their actions, through the recognition, through the comments of other people, through the observation of other people. So they will do something to get the recognition. Okay. So sometimes they will be very much hyperactive. They may resistant, some sort of resistance some children may get to get the attention of the other people. We have to channel all those behavior in a positive way by understanding in this age my child is expecting some sort of industrial feeling, some sort of recognition. I have to give the proper recognition through my classroom strategies. Okay. So I can manage some of their disturbed behavior or some of their bad behavior. And peer group is the major source of their self-esteem. That is why they are doing something in front of their peer groups. And you can see if you observe your these school age children, they are manipulating, not manipulating, they are exaggerating things. Okay, my father have a car. Last time when we traveled, we just go in 100-kilometer speed. Okay, so such things they are exaggerating and trying to get some sort of recognition from their peer group. Okay, like that, always they are seeking some sort of industrial feeling, and they need approval and acceptance and recognition always from the teacher and from their friends. Okay, they are capable of performing complex tasks, so we can provide some sort of complex task to them. We can give some sort of challenges, okay, and we can encourage them. So they are thinking that by doing this challenging task, I'm in front of my teachers, in front of my friends. I'm going to be a person with some unique talents, some unique abilities. So people are going to recognize me. So we can use such complex or challenging responsibilities to the children, and they need the real and clear feedback from the teachers. They are actually expecting it. Okay, even maybe very simple task, they need a kind of appreciation from us. If we fail to do that, they may feel very sad about that. Okay, you can see that industry versus inferiority. If they are not getting proper recognition and proper feedback from the people, gradually they may feel very inferior. Okay, they may think that whatever I'm doing, I'm not going to get proper recognition. People are not going to value myself. So I'm not like them. I'm bad about my skills. Okay, so that's such negative thoughts is creating an inferiority complex in their mind, and we have to encourage their effort rather than outcome. Okay, rather than focusing on outcome. For example, there will be a very slow learner. Okay, we know that he's going to what in every exam he's going to get an average score. For example, out of 50, he's always going to get 25. Okay, and we can support that person. We can encourage that person, and even though with our engagement, with our support, that person get 26. Okay, not a better outcome, but we have to appreciate the effort, the time he took for that getting that single 1 mark, or maybe he's remaining in the same level. Even though we have to appreciate the effort, if you are appreciating the effort and showing them why it's not making outcomes, they will be satisfied. Otherwise, we are focusing on outcomes. They will be very much they may feel very bad about their skills and their abilities, because they know that they are thinking that whatever I'm doing is not going to make any result. Okay, but rather than we are appreciating rather than that, if we are appreciating their effort, they are thinking that if I take more effort, I will get better outcomes. Or if I plan my effort properly, maybe I can make better outcomes. So appreciate their effort rather than outcomes. Okay. And always another thing we have to understand with this thing that if we are focusing always on outcome, okay, always we are focusing on outcome, the children is thinking, there's an anxious feeling in children's mind that if I'm not making that outcome, the care, the love, the affection, what I'm getting from these people is going to stop or going to end. Okay. So, for example, if a child is approaching for an exam and he knows that the teacher is expecting 35 out of 50 from me. Okay. If I'm not getting that 35, my teacher may feel very bad about myself because she took that much effort to encourage and support me. So by taking that much effort, she's expecting 35. If I'm not getting that 35, anyway, I'm going to lose her love and affection. So this thought itself will create a lot of tension and anxiety in that child mind and thoughts that may influence the child negatively on his performance while performing in the examination. That may affect very negatively. And also gradually, if the child is always treated by the outcomes, the child is always anxious and always less confident. He knows that I'm not going to get that much outcome. Anyway, I'm going to lose the love and care of these people. So I'm a loser. I'm a very weak person in the eyes of my parents and teachers. So, and another area we have to focus, we have to develop and growth mindset. Even if it's a failure, if you try more, if you take hard work, if you are ready to increase your effort, anyway you are going to grow more. So such growth mindset we have to imbibe in our children. In classrooms, what we can do, we have to encourage group activities. Through group activities, through that collaborative activities, they are proving themselves. They are showing who they are to their friends, and they are getting proper recognition and acceptance feedback from that group. Highlight the uniqueness like we did before. Always in our indirect interactions and normal interactions, address their unique talents, unique abilities, and their uniquenesses. And you can use the class group excellence contribution chart. Okay, for the betterment of your classes or particular group. Okay, who is contributing more? For example, who is contributing creative ideas to make our smart, to make our classroom smart or better or creative, to decorate our classroom. So like that, you can a contribution chart you can display in your classroom. So you can mention their name. Rahul contributed this idea, or Rahul contributed this to this class. Okay, so such contribution chart may help them to find themselves in the front of in the eyes of their friends. Idea box also you can keep in your box in your classroom, creative ideas, and every month you can select the best idea of the month. Okay, so they will be very much industrial while they are recognized by in front of everyone, every people. And the various, you can give some sticker or the name list like various. Those challenge accepted. Give some simple challenges to them, and if they are successful in that, give the badge of various. Okay, those challenge accepted. And the don't, like we mentioned before, avoid public criticism and corrections, avoid highlighting personal weaknesses, avoid prejudice actions. The same thing what we discussed before. So I'm not going to explain it again. Take care of all these things. It's repeating everywhere. Okay, it's hurting a person's personality and emotions. Okay, even though it's a small child, he have his own feelings, his own self-image, his own self-esteem. So we have to be very careful in that. The last area during the school age is adolescence. We know that we are most of the parents and teachers are very much conscious and worried about this particular age. Eric Erickson mentioned this age as identity versus role confusion. Of course, we know that it's a time of role confusion. The child is thinking that whether I'm a child or a adult. Okay. Sometimes people are treating me as a child. Sometimes the same people are telling me that you are a grown-up child. You are not a child. Okay. So this type of approach, inconsistent approach, creating a kind of role confusion in the life of a child. The role confusions will lead the same inferiority complex in the future. Okay, they don't know where to place themselves in a group. They don't know what actually am. Okay, what I can do or where what I can contribute. Which group is very compatible for me? Which career is compatible for me? Which person is will be very match for me in my personal in my family life. So they will be not feeling clarity about themselves. Always they may have a confusion about their roles and their identity. So this is a problem if they are not getting proper support in this age. The time of 12 to 18 years old. Okay, the adolescent age according to Eric Erickson, starting from 12 years and ending in 8 years up to 20 years. They want to be more independent. As you know, they want to be more independent. We always seeing that in our classroom. And they need to develop a sense of personal identity. And let us read this adolescent stage is the continuation of the last stage. Okay, that school age to adolescence. There they are trying to get a industrial or a recognition from the peer groups and teachers. Through that, they are trying to develop a kind of identity and it's continuing in adolescent stage. So they are trying to develop a personal identity. They want to share their options, their ideas, their personal values, beliefs, and goals to their decisions, to their choices, to their everything, to their approaches. They may mix all these things, and they are finding their sexual and occupational identities. Okay, what is my preferences in these both areas? Which job will be very compatible? Okay, they will start to think about their family life. They also will start to plan about their career, their future career and future courses and all. Okay, they are expecting all the support from their primary caretakers and also from the teachers. Okay, if they are getting it properly, they will create a kind of identity feeling, or else they are going with a role confusion. Okay, like role confusion with a weak sense of self. What we can do with adolescents? Address their choices and opinions. Okay, we have to respect their choices and opinions. Even though, like I told you, maybe we cannot accept all the opinions and choices of our adolescent, but even though, let us listen them. At least that is a kind of respect. Okay. If we are listening them, that we are conveying to them that I respect your choices and opinions, even though I cannot accept that, but I respect your ideas. Okay. So that also a kind of recognition. We are accepting and respecting their identity. Then we can convey our our opposite opinions of their choices towards their choices. So we have to respect their opinions and choices and provide enough opportunities to prove themselves. Okay, like I'm an adult person. I can take decisions by my own way, my own with my own thoughts. Okay, so consciously we can provide some opportunities to them to prove themselves. Okay, for example, in classrooms, let us ask them to plan a field trip. Okay, let's ask our adolescents to plan a field trip, the travel plan, the everything. Okay, and ask them to submit the action plan. Okay, we can verify it. Okay, and the role, for example, we can, if we are assigning a person as the team leader, next field trip we can assign another person. So in front of everyone, we are helping them to prove that you are capable to do all these things. Okay, you are an adult person, not a child. Okay, guide them rather than advice. Okay, they didn't like advices. Okay, they need guidance. Okay, what is there and what is here. Okay, they need the pros and cons. Why always adolescence is like in the early childhood, the children in adolescence also, they have a why mind. Why they are restricting me? Why they are telling me no? Okay. If you are able to give the proper answer for that, they will follow you. Otherwise, if you are saying that I said so, that is why you have to obey me. They didn't like such commands and such advices. So they need the clear cut picture about our instructions and direction, then they will follow you. And consistency in approaches, in our approaches. We have to be consistent in our approaches. Okay. Every time we have to respect their emotions, their identity. We should not treat them as a child in some occasion. And also, for example, we are asking them to plan a field trip, and they are doing it in a wonderful way. But in an assembly, we are guiding them to go in line, okay, and follow all the other etiquettes, okay. Of course, we have to follow the school rules. But even though, rather than we are commanding and instructing them, ask them to just convey the purpose for what we are obeying the school rules, convey the purpose, and let them take the responsibility, let them accountable for that particular rule. Okay, that is the better option we can provide with our adolescents. And right orientation, this is the time of right orientation about their career. If you are not knowledgeable about that, we have to provide appropriate support for that. Okay, what we can plan according to my career. In classrooms, what we can do, we can act as a facilitator. Okay, we are almost similar stage. Okay, we are just like a friend. We are standing and we are supporting them. We are accepting them. We are respecting them. Okay, the same respect. If you are doing all these to them, they will give it back. Otherwise, they will give the opposite way of reaction towards you. And group and collaborative activities to explore themselves more, and plan and proceed. Let them plan something and proceed with your support, with your supervision. And accountability and responsibility. Let them take the accountability and responsibility of their actions. Okay. They have to, if there is any consequences, they have to suffer that. Okay. So through the consequences, they will learn something, and they will be more accountable and responsible towards the actions and initiations. And let the children set the rules by knowing the purpose, by knowing the information behind of every rules and boundaries. Let them set rules for themselves with our supervision, with our guidance, rather than we are insisting rules and boundaries. Let the children understand why we are restricted in this way. Okay. And don'ts, like we discussed before, avoid public criticism, corrections, avoid highlighting personal weaknesses, avoid prejudiced actions, and also avoid strict rules and restrictions. Okay, without considering their emotions, their independency, and their identity, we are keeping strict rules and restrictions. There is a chance of violating all these things. Okay, so that's all about this adolescence classroom to make them well or better emotionally healthy in classroom. I hope you understood the roles, what we can do in the classroom with all these developmental emotional needs. So that's all about my presentation. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful presentation. Now it's the time of participants. I expect that the participants are willing to ask some questions, because what Labib sir shared is very relevant, because every day in classroom scenario, we are all confronting a lot of issues regarding about the mental ages when they are crossing each stages. We have to address different challenges. When the child is in kindergarten, we are facing a different type of challenge. When they're coming to grade 1 or 2, challenges are different. When they are coming to higher classes, even secondary and senior secondary level, challenges are very different. So all the challenges are very important. Most of the parents and teachers, we think that when the children are in grade 9, they are so adamant, they are addicted to social media, or they are addicted to games and all the things. So that time only parents are more serious about the issues and challenges, even teachers also. But now each stage has its own importance. Labib sir very clearly explained that each stage has its own importance and how to manage that. Very clearly he explains, wonderful explanation. I hope that teachers, all the teachers here, more than 100 teachers are here. Most of the teachers are also facing a lot of challenges every day in your classroom scenario. So I would like to invite the teachers to come forward, unmute yourself and you can ask questions. First of all, unmute your video and then use hands raise option so that we can just unmute yours, unmute you, so that you can come and ask the questions right now. So please, the participants, come forward. Is anybody else here? Labib sir, one comment is here, we are two humans, so sometimes we too lose our patience and we scold them. And afterwards, we realize it. So
Yes,
how
sir.
to cope with such situations?
Yes, sir. And I would like to add one more thing, sir. Like you mentioned, students are going to be addicted with the games. Okay. One of the reason why they are addicting with the games is, as we discussed now, they seek recognitions. Through games, you know that the nature of a game, they are getting a very instant recognition from the game. For example, you are beginning with a stage, with your actions, you are moving to the next stage. It's a kind of recognition. The children are highly curious and excited with that recognition. They are not getting proper recognition in their real life, so they are very much attracted to this kind of recognition. Okay. One of the reasons for the game addiction is this. One of the major reasons.
Can you suggest a few ways to bring the children out of this addiction?
Sure. The thing is, we have to understand that every children have different choices or different attractions. Okay. As you know that you may all of you know that multiple intelligence. Okay. Okay. There are some, but other intelligences is very in a better way in every children. So you have to channel them. You have to convince them they have some other interest too. Okay, rather than this, and also the same time we have to provide enough recognition for every of their actions. Okay, whatever they are getting through games, that they should get through the real life.
Right.
Okay. The acceptance and recognition they should get through the real life.
Yeah. Here, one more question is there. Could you address in the case of special needs children? That means the question meant for special needs children, those who need special care and attention in the class.
Special need means in normal school there are different learners that they mention, or
I think that it's all about inclusive education or differentiated learning in the class. Might be how to accommodate children those who need special care.
Okay. I think today what we presented is almost common for everyone, every children. Maybe slight variation will be there according to their age. Okay. For example, the special case of the children, they are according to the mental age, the developmental milestone will be different. Rest all the things almost similar. But while we are planning our strategies, we have to just mind about all these emotional needs and social needs. Okay. Of course, we cannot make miracles with those children. Okay. We have to accept their level, and we have to make our expectation based on that.
Yeah, right. So, any other questions?
Psychosexuality in virtual world. Of the, how do you explain? What do you mean by psychosexuality? Can you explain?
Arul Rossi Rabella. Can you just clarify that?
Yeah, psychosexuality, according to Sir, according to Eric Erickson, he explained. Sir explained different stages of life. So in different stages of life, now it's time in the virtual world. The children are using mobile and they are in a world of dilemma. The reality is actually here and now that they have forgotten. So the power of now is being forgotten. How do you explain? Because you explain the theory as well as how the teachers would handle the people. So the people will come actually after many, like almost 2 years, they are in a pandemic situation. Now they are going to come. So they are not settled in the real world, I meant to say. So this Erik Erikson's theory, how do you fit into this world, virtual world, where they are in, because they are attending the online classes, so on.
Exactly. Thank you, ma'am. Understood.
Okay.
The first thing, we have to give some time for their social interaction rather than we are entering to their cognitive areas. I mean, cognitive empowerment through our classroom. We have to give a social space for them. Okay. To realize the real world, the best place is the social, real social world. Okay. We have to increase the peer chat. We have to increase that group sharing even though with the teachers. Okay. Especially with the teachers also. Okay. We have to interact a lot with them, and because like you told, like you mentioned, the last 2 years, that 1.5 year, most of their involvement, the family members have influence, even though the majority time taken by that digital and virtual world. So they have many misconceptions about many things. Okay. But by coming to the reality, through the social interaction and peer interaction, they are sharing their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, so they can understand where they are standing, or what is their real world.
Okay, ma'am, anything more about this particular question? It's clear, I think. So one more question is here, sir. Now that they're going to come to school after 600 days, the challenges are going to be multiple and complicated. Give us some guidance.
Yeah, the same thing I told you. Okay, first of all, we have to, when we think about the reopening, or that the school days, rather than the academic part, we have to, first of all, we have to understand that our children are already missed many areas what we mentioned just before. Okay, they are really feeling the lack of that social involvement and that interactions. So first of all, we have to provide enough opportunities for that, and that will make them relax. Okay, that will reduce their such emotional disturbances and distractions. Okay, once they are very comfortable and very cool, and especially for the teachers also, we have to provide some moment to rebuild that rapport with the teachers, that emotional intimacy. So therefore that we can plan something funny in the beginning days of our reopening school days. Okay, to create that intimacy again, because the last 1.5 year we chat with them through that virtual world, and you cannot enter to their personal space. You are there in front of them, but emotionally you are not connected. Okay, so provide some time to connect emotionally, touch with each other, and then start to guide them properly. So once they value your emotions, once they respect your emotions, you can easily implement your instructions because they value you.
Yes, one more question is there in the chat box. Do you think that whether the students' confidence level increases or decreases due to virtual classes?
Whether the students' confidence level increases or decreases due to the virtual classes. I cannot say like that whether the confidence is increased or decreased. There are confidence you can read in multiple ways. Okay, which kind of confidence? If you think about that personal self-confidence, or a personal some other way we can say self-esteem. I'm capable of something. Okay, that also maybe vary in the case of children, because some children are getting enough opportunities. They are maybe very much confident about such things, and especially those children are expecting the recognition from their peer groups, of course, there will be some sort of problems in their self-confidence. They are not getting proper recognition and acceptance from their very in their family. Very little number of people are there, but they need some more acceptance from the people. So such experiences may create some sort of lack of self-esteem in themselves. So the social interactions may help. That's why always whenever I'm training the teachers for the virtual classes, I'm suggesting always that rather than that theory classes or that academic sessions, you have to be with your children some just have a virtual coffee at least. Okay, just give a chance for your children for their with their friends a virtual coffee or virtual dinner. Okay, you all come with your coffee mug and be in online and just share some indirect experience, or sorry, that informal experiences and all. So that also will create a kind of social intimacy and emotional sharing. That also will make them people are recognizing me, people are accepting, people are ready to respect me. Such feeling may create a positive self-image. Okay, so we cannot authentically we cannot tell that whether that digital time decrease their confidence or increase their confidence, but of course we can expect all these things.
Two more questions are there, sir.
Sure.
I think that's the same question. When school reopens, children will not find the atmosphere as it was before the pandemic due to COVID protocol. Will this create any emotional setback in the children? Not at all. Not at all. Not all, at least, sir.
When school reopens, children will not find the atmosphere as it is before. Okay. But we cannot assume like that, because children are children. Okay, even though there is a COVID protocol, they can and of course our intimacy is not going through the touch, not always going through touch, even it's going through the emotional expressions. Okay, the physical meeting itself can create a kind of happiness and satisfaction in the mind of children. Okay, even the sound of their favorite person can make them happy and comfortable. So even though the COVID protocol maybe differences will be there, even though it can make positive changes in the mind of children.
One comment about this: as a teacher and a parent, most of the children are losing their interest to read and write.
It's another topic. As you know that the 21st century, especially that generation Alpha, they didn't like to read and write. Okay, they like to use voice messages and the voice commands, because Alexa is there, Google Assistant is there. Okay, reading and writing in case of them, they are thinking it's a expired skill. Okay, it's only need in a very in some aspects only. Okay, they are more advanced than us. Okay, of course we have to practice, we have to support them to develop all these skills, but we have to understand their mindset is like this. Okay, like I told you, in the case of adolescents, they are always behind a question of why I should do this. Okay, what is the purpose of reading and writing in this world? Okay, so this question is already there in with the generation Alpha. Whatever they are going to do, they need to know the purpose. Okay, if you want to develop their reading and writing skills, you have to convince them with the purpose.
Yes. Then finally, some techniques also teachers are asking. Could you please suggest some techniques to engage the students when they come to school? That will be the question, then we can.
Techniques means to rebuild that emotional intimacy and attachment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, as you know that they are not too much distant. They regularly meet through online classes. Okay. Even though not physical meeting, they already meet their friends and their teachers through virtual platforms. And now they are coming to the school physically. They are going to meet. So let us give some games or some activities like they can share a gratitude letter towards everyone. They can share to anyone in their classroom. They can write a gratitude letter to their teachers at the time of the pandemic, at the time of that difficult time, from where they get the proper support and help. They can express their emotions with that person. So it's a kind of emotional sharing. When they start to share their emotion, the other person will get a positive feeling that will recreate that emotional intimacy and bond. And that is one of the activity you can plan in your classroom, or a informal chat at least. Okay, or ask them to bring some food and you share the food together. That also kind of goes that everywhere we have to focus that emotions are connecting each other. They are respecting each other's emotion. They are recognizing emotions of each other.
Okay, thank you, sir. Maybe so many questions are there. Questions are coming back to back in the chat box, because you are a consultant psychologist. You're supporting hundreds of teachers and students. I think that every day it's happening.
Yes, sir.
The session may extend for a long time, but we have to conclude the session. That's why I apologize. Most of the teachers wanted to ask something more. So officially, we are concluding this session today. First of all, let me thank all the participants, those who joined with us today, irrespective of all the adverse climate conditions, especially in South India, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu also is heavily raining. I hope that some of them couldn't join, even though the teachers joined today, and Deepavali celebration also just started here. So that's why most of the teachers and even family members are celebrating right now, and they're engaged, visiting families and all. Irrespective of all these tightened situation, most of you came here and joined because we have regular participants are there. Few teachers are regularly attending Panchadhara Planet's program. So that's highly appreciable. We know that some names are very much familiar for us. They are just like a family members. So today, Labib sir, because of his perspective, it's all his busy schedule, because he's working as head of learning. LDM is a virtual school, and so many educationists are joined together, and they are doing research and innovations in the field of education. And he's one among the member. And today we got him. That's why this explanation was based on root level. It's not very philosophical. It's based on root level. And he just put forward the challenges. At the same time, he suggested solutions also, how to address all these issues. So really great explanation, wonderful presentation, sir. Thank you very much on behalf of Panchadhara Planet. Really appreciate you, and we are waiting for future sessions, no doubt at all. And here, two personalities behind the screen, Robinson and Abhilash. Abhilash is the designer of posters and flyers for us, and Robinson is managing the entire communication system of Panchadhara Planet. He's managing the Zoom platform in a wonderful way. At the same time, contacting with the participants, you are getting all information through him. So thank you, Robinson and Abhilash. And we have all directors are busy today, and two directors of Panchadhara today, me and Panchama, both of us are here. And all the directors, board of directors are working hard from day and night. So we are coming up with a lot of innovative programs. And before concluding this session, I would like to share our poster for the upcoming session. This session is going to be handled by Surekha ma'am, Surekha Day. She is very familiar to you. Integrating process drama with curriculum. It's based on language. So she already conducted 2-3 trainings in the same platform. She's coming back again. And kindly note down this particular date, 10th November 2021 at 5:30 p.m. So I request you to share with your friends, colleagues, and all other acquaintances, because definitely this session will be wonderful. At the same time, I would like to request you to fill the feedback form we already shared in the chat box. You have to enter correct particulars, otherwise you won't get the certificates, because certificates will be immediately generated. If anything missed, for example, a spelling error or something, that will create a problem, because you won't get it. So immediately after the session, while you complete your filling of feedback form, you will get certificates to your mail. So thank you very much for all the participants, those who joined here. We are coming up with a lot of different sessions in future. And once again, thank you, Labib sir, for joining with us. And thank you all the participants. See you.